Welcome to Connected to Fiber's Prioritized demo for network providers. As a network provider, do you struggle with prioritizing and determining which deals are the most qualified deals to pursue, whether they're coming from RFPs or direct selling efforts? And as a result, you're taking weeks to respond to RFPs, not focusing on the right deals or regions, and overall you're seeing productivity losses. With Connected to Fiber's location engagement platform for network providers, we can help you prioritize your opportunities so that you can speed up your response times to RFPs and increase win rates. Specifically, the Connected World allows you to strengthen your account prospecting efforts with tenant and competition information for the locations in your territories. It also allows you to intelligently qualify and respond to RFPs and bids in hours or minutes with insight into location serviceability, competitiveness, and tenants. For this demo, we're going to pretend that you are a fictitious network operator called Blue Ocean Telecommunications. Let's take a look at the Connected World and walk through how you can do all of this in the platform as a network provider. This is what you see when you enter the Connected World. It's a very visual way to see your network routes and drill down into locations that you're connected to along that route. So let's look at the direct selling side and understand how you can strengthen your account targeting and planning efforts with the platform. With Connected to Fiber's Market Explorer capability, you can define search parameters for a set of locations in any given market. So let's assume you're a Blue Ocean Telecommunications salesperson that owns Arlington, Virginia as a territory, and you want to identify the ideal locations to pursue based on location-specific attributes, such as your ability to serve a building, the type of tenants that are present in that building, and the competitive density at that location. So what you're seeing here on the screen is an area of Arlington, Virginia, and the on-net buildings along your network, which is indicated with the blue pins, and near-net buildings along your network, which is indicated with the green pins, and then your partner serviceable buildings along that route, which is shown in orange pins. From here, you can click on this filter icon at the top to click Markets to access the Market Explorer capability. Market Explorer allows you to get granular and filter by a number of different attributes, including geographic and business-based filters. This allows you to improve your targeting efforts and more accurately identify sales prospects where the greatest opportunities exist. So under geographic, you can filter by building category, building connection status, competitive rating. You can filter by specific city, state, or MSA, or by distance to a specific location. So let's say you're interested in all types of buildings, and you want to know just the ones that are near net and on net, and you are interested in prospects that are categorized as green, which means that they are considered to be low competitive density, so just a LEC and a cable company are present at that building. And you're also willing to explore those that are yellow competitive intensity, which means that a LEC, cable company, and just one other provider is at that location. And then once you finish clicking on the filters that you're interested in, you can hit the Explore button to see your ideal opportunities within the Arlington, Virginia area. So you will see building results that fit your search criteria listed on the bottom here. If you also want to filter by business rules, you can go back to the filters and choose to narrow down based on the minimum number of tenants in the building, search a specific business name. You can search by estimated telco spend and number of employees. Maybe you want to target specific size businesses, and you can do that here by typing in a minimum or maximum number of employees. So let's just type in 10 for the minimum number of employees. And then hit Explore. So once you've filtered down based on your preferences, you can see the building results, and then you can see the tenant list. You see various attributes for the results. You can see the tenant names. You can see the locations, their connection status. You can see your ability to serve them, contact information, the number of employees that they have, estimated telco spend, and what competitive rating they are. And as you zoom in and out of the map, the list will dynamically change to include what is on the screen. The other thing you can do here in the platform is to use the polygon tool to draw a polygon around a specific area. And all of the tenants within that area will be pulled into a list, which you can view below and save quickly. The final thing you can do here is to click on My Layers. My Layers will allow you to overlay other industry data on top of the existing filters to give you yet another perspective into the area that you are looking at. So as you can see, this is a really powerful tool and data to use when you're prospecting. Now let's say that you want to understand more about one of the ideal locations that fit your search criteria. So let's look at 2413 Columbia Pike, Arlington, Virginia. You can go to the location pin and click this icon to look at the building record, which includes building information like address, lat long, etc. You can tab over to see what products are available at that location. And then the building reference tab displays information like what building category it is, network build status, building connection status, SILI code, etc. You can then click on this icon to display network intelligence, and network intelligence will display the LEC at that location, the cable company, and then the network providers at that building. Then if you click on the location, you will see the same information on the building, but if you tab over to building intelligence, you will see all of the tenants that are located in that building. And each tenant record expands to show more information about that tenant. So let's choose one in this list. We all know Starbucks. So with the expansion, you can now see more information about them. You can see the entity name, the industry classification, the revenue, employee count, as well as some connected to fiber proprietary information like monthly telco spend, which would be extremely useful information to have when you're prospecting. You can also tab over to see news related to or relevant to Starbucks. And then you can also see the company's technology stack and see what hosting solutions they use or what CDNs they use. And finally, they can see other locations for Starbucks across the world in this tab. So all of this helps you to prospect customers. Is there recent news announcing that the company is investing in more digital transformation efforts? If so, that would be a key point to know going into your sales call with them. Or maybe they don't use many technologies, so perhaps they're not the right target. Things like that. So Market Explorer helps direct sales teams identify ideal customer locations based off of ability to serve, prospect profile, competitive density, and more. So what else would you want to do from here? What if you're an enterprise sales rep for Blue Ocean and you get a bid from the company, from Starbucks, or you want to determine how well you can serve all of Starbucks locations? So going back to this list, you can click on this button to launch Connected to Fiber's enterprise search capability, which allows you to look at all of Starbucks locations and your ability to service those locations. So this is the main page that comes up for Starbucks. And a note here, if you're a direct salesperson actively selling to businesses and you're interested in looking up an enterprise or company directly, you can get to the screen using the top menu and clicking the enterprise button, which will lead you to a search bar where you would enter in the enterprise name. So you would enter in Starbucks and it would lead to this main screen right here. So the first thing you can do on the screen is to get some additional insights into Starbucks by clicking the info button here. So this screen will display company information like headquarter address, phone number, number of employees, annual revenue, etc. Again, you can see the latest news. And you can get a view into the technology stack that Starbucks has. So clicking out of that and going back to the main screen, you can see the total number of locations of Starbucks across the world over here. You can see those locations displayed within the map. And also in the Enterprise tab on the right side of the screen, you can see each of those locations across the world listed and detailed. If you want to see which of these locations you can service, the intersections number tells you this, which is the output of an immediate intersection analysis that's done to see where Blue Ocean intersects with the 24,000 Starbucks locations, and then tells you what percent reach that is. So you will see that there are around 7,700 intersections, and that represents a 32.07% reach. This percentage reach data helps you determine if you can service a customer given your existing footprint and which customers you should focus on. So for example, do you focus on just the customers where you have the highest reach or the intersection percentage? So if you click on the Network Intersections tab, it lists each location where there is an intersection, and it provides useful information like address, network connection status, building connection status, media type, and what suppliers there are at that location, including Blue Ocean itself and partners if applicable. You can narrow down the list by entering in search terms above each column. So if you were just interested in bidding on locations for Starbucks that you can service in Virginia, you can see that list by doing a filter of Virginia locations, and you'll see the resulting 159 locations appear on the screen. Then what you can do from here is to export this list into a CSV file, or if you are subscribed to our CPQ module, you can save these within the system as part of a deal. So all of this location-specific insight is helpful to you when you're prospecting, and it helps you to understand how to prioritize your pursuits and RFP responses. The information is also really good to have before you call the prospect or knock on their door. To summarize Connected to Fiber's prioritized capabilities for network providers, with our location engagement platform, we help you to ultimately save time and win more deals by prioritizing both RFPs and direct selling opportunities with deep location-based insight that includes your ability to serve a customer, their business profile, and a competitive snapshot. For more information about our capabilities for network providers, please visit www.connectedtofiber.com or contact your customer success manager or sales director. Thank you for your time.